Chris, quite a bit to digest from that tonight, but overall, in the end, your take on the outcome?
Yeah, I don't think we deserved anything more than a point. Disappointed when you get yourself into the position that we were. Wasn't the greatest of performances. I think if anybody could have sort of shadowed me for the last sort of 24, 48 hours, what we've had to deal with and trying to get a team making physical substitutions, because the old one will come out. Why did he do this? Why did he do that? And I said before, and I possibly sort of opened it up a little bit, that easy to suggest and have an opinion, but I'm at the coalface and I know that players can't play Tuesday and Friday, especially players that are coming off injuries and being out, players that have just come into the club, illness that we've had, losing players through injury as well. And then I think, I've got to say, it's possibly one of the hardest games we've had to deal with for quite a while, and me being at the football club, because of trying to get people in slots, and we come off the back of a fabulous performance. Still don't think that we got the credit that we deserve from that performance on Saturday generally. We haven't made it, we haven't landed, we're working away. And then to be it with the sort of the situations that we have in terms of the schedule, another 3 games in 6 days, that's our 3rd or 4th already. We have to plot our way through, and like I said, every one of those decisions that we made were physical decisions, because of what I've said. Putting Blaster in for 60 minutes, I don't want to take him off, but I have to. I can't play Gus Tuesday and Friday. I can't do others' illness, and I think you've just seen sometimes when it's a little bit imbalanced, like it was today. Then it evens the chances of us trying to win that game of football, but still did enough with the chances that we created, where we had the game for that period after we scored, and I'm just really disappointed in the man of the goal, because he's so scruffy. Midfield players out of position, opportunity to clear it, we don't, and then bundle it in the back of our net. And, so it's a real poor goal. Ambition of the team to try and get a winner, of course. We tried, and I've got to say we could have easily lost it, because Michael's made an unbelievable save late on.
Let's try and work through it then. So, who are the players that are definitely ill, and might they come back on Friday?
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 of the boys that will come back that got ruled out over the last 48 hours. 2 most notable ones are Sam and Jai. Injuries to Sidi and Mark McGuinness, obviously. And then physical decisions regarding the 3-game week.
Well, Mark was a maybe at yesterday's press conference. So how close might he have been today?
No, not really. He rolled his ankle, so we're gonna have to work extremely hard in the next 48 hours to get him back in. So different combinations all over the pitch, as you've seen it. You've seen the game. I've seen the game. 28,000 punters have seen the game. It's a disjointed performance. It lacked rhythm. It lacked a little bit of energy as well. As I said, we're having to sort of put a team out there. So as long as they leave everything out there, which they did, as long as they show the ambition to try and get a goal and try and turn the game from 1-1 to 2-1, which they did, I'm okay with that. But ultimately, it's a game I think that anywhere near our best that we put to bed pretty comfortably. So a little bit of a pause, or a little bit of a sideways step, not a backward step. Run that we've had is great. We'd have loved to have continued it, but hopefully we'll be a lot stronger come Friday night, and then we go Saturday, Boxing Day, and then we've got a couple of games in and around Christmas. So it's going to test the squad, but we're going to have to deal with it, and deal with it better than what we've dealt with it today.
Forgive me if Peck is a new one on me. How serious is that?
Yeah, it's not looking good. He's had a calf injury from the weekend, rolling into rolling into to Monday. And you've seen, like I said, I can't risk Blaster for more than 60 minutes. That was the absolute max Jarrold would have played. And then it's got to be, I've got to say, it's been incredibly challenging in terms of decisions off the bench, who to put on and who to freshen it up and give us that sort of freshness and impetus to take it away from them second half. And it has been challenging from a tactical point of view as well. The game, first 15 minutes, they started on the front foot. They changed their shape a little bit, but we got to grips with that. 15 minutes into that, and it never caused us a problem. We created some good chances, came in at half-time looking to take the game away from them. Got the press right, and then changes that we had to make, not ideal. And then the goal obviously gave them a little bit of hope and a little bit of belief, and then it became, I would say 60-40, but dangerous opposition, and could quite easily have punished us, but they didn't, and we never found that last little bit. Got into good positions and never really found that little bit of quality that decides a tight game. And I said to the players, a lot of the championship games are quite like that. There's games where you play like we have done recently and Saturday. Really well front foot, loads of energy, good quality, and there's games where decided, tight games are decided. Nothing's given in the championship, and we've just not managed to get over the line in a tight game.